Class we discussed about majorly two steps in setting up the Java and Selenium. First, we have installed Java. Then, in order to prepare and run Java programs, you need a programming IDE, preferably Eclipse. There are many IDEs in the market: IntelliJ, BlueJ, Android Studio, Dr. Java. But mostly used one is Eclipse in real time for developing and running Java programs. Hence, we have installed Eclipse in the last session. Now the last step, we have to create a Java project. We need to download the Selenium. The Selenium we have to associate to our Java project. Let me explain how to create a Java project, how to associate Selenium to your Java project. So once you open Eclipse, first it will ask you, select your working folder. What is this workspace or working folder? Once you define a working folder, various Java projects you create will save inside your workspace. In the C drive, I'm creating a new folder with the name something like this. Already there is a folder with the same name. I'm creating a new folder. You can browse your working folder. A new folder I created. Hereafter, where a Java project you create, when you choose your workspace, the Java project will save inside the folder. Where you want to keep your Java projects, nothing but your workspace. On the top right, you have an option here, Workbench. When you click on Workbench, the Eclipse IDE will be invoked. This is your Eclipse IDE. We have multiple options here. I want to create a new Java project. There are different predefined project templates available. You can choose your Java project template. I selected Java project. Name your project. So for example, I'm giving a name like my project. Finish. SRC meant for user-defined programs. The programs what you create can save inside the SRC folder. Java Runtime Environment, JRE. In my system, Java 8 available. As you created a Java project, Java Runtime Environment will be by default associated to your project. So as of now, we created one Java project. All these are Java libraries. You go to your working folder. This is the working folder I created today. This is the project you created. Like multiple projects, supposing you can have one more project also here. In one workspace, you can have multiple Java projects. All Java projects will be saved inside your working folder. This is the project I have created just now. SRC, source. As of now, there is nothing created. Various packages or programs you create inside your Java project will save inside this folder. Now, the next step, download Selenium, associate Selenium to your Java project. The official web portal of the Selenium URL, selenium.development, selenium.dev. Previously it is seleniumhq.org. Even this will also redirect to the new URL selenium.development. You can go to download section. Here we have the Selenium, the latest stable version of the Selenium. I'm downloading the Selenium here. Previously also many times I downloaded here. You can download it. Right click on your Java project, properties, your project properties it is. So we have an option Java build path. When you select Java build path, libraries, we can associate the downloaded Selenium, any external jar files, Java archive files, you can associate like this. The downloaded Selenium file, you can associate. Selenium server jar file. Like this, you can associate Selenium to your Java project. This is Java and this is Selenium. As the Java is open source, there are so many APIs available for the Java. Any API you can associate in the same manner. Supposing the Apache Poi is another Java API for, it comes with many jar file. It is another API for Java to work with MS Office documents, to work with Word documents, Excel document, PPT document, to coding, Java coding. You want to read the data available in Excel file. You want to write something into Excel file. Java needs an extra library called Apache Poi. You can download and you can associate. Further we'll see. Any Java API we can associate like this. The alternative navigation, right click on your project, You have an option here in the middle, build path. Configure the build path. It will take you to the same window. So directly you can associate the jar files whatever you needed. So like this, any jar file you can associate to, any Java API you can associate to your Java project. A Selenium is a API. From hereafter, I don't call Selenium as a tool. Selenium is first of all not a tool. It is not an independent software. It is a plugin or it is a API for Java. It is a plugin for Java to interact with the browsers, to work with the HTML pages, HTML application. This is what they have given here. Selenium automates browsers, that's it. To interact with the browser software, to interact with HTML pages, web pages, there is a Java API made called Selenium. Hope you understood what I did now. I created one Java project. We have associated Selenium to our Java project. Now hereafter, we can make use of the Java features. We have many Java features here, Java ready-made classes. You can also make use of the Selenium features to develop the programs to test your web project. Any Java API concept is saying, any Java API, any Java resource will have some packages. Packages will have some classes. A package is a kind of a subfolder inside your project. Will have some classes, classes will have methods. The Selenium is separately designed to work with the browsers. Whatever we are exploring here, seeing here, all are Selenium packages, not Java packages. You see, inside the Selenium, we have these folders, packages. To open Chrome browser, to open Firefox browser, to delete the cookies of the browsers, to navigate to the application, you don't have any ready-made methods or functions in Java. Selenium has. All these are Selenium packages. You please observe here. In the Selenium, there is a folder org.openqa.selenium.chrome. Inside this folder package, there is a class called, what is the class name? Chrome driver. This is a ready-made program available in Selenium to work with the Chrome browsers. Like all packages or classes listed in alphabetical order. Here there is a Selenium package called selenium.firefox. Here we have a class called Firefox driver. This Firefox driver class available in Java or in Selenium? In Selenium to work with the Firefox browser. Similarly, to work with Internet Explorer, there is a class here, Internet Explorer driver. To work with the Opera browser, there is a class here, Opera driver. To work with the Safari browser, there is a class here called Safari driver. Like there are many other things available in the Selenium to work with the browsers to automate browser application testing. Further we'll discuss. So we have created a Java project. We have downloaded and associated Selenium to our Java project. So now the environment is ready to go. We have installed Java first. We have installed Eclipse to develop and execute Java programs. We created a Java project and copied or associated Selenium to our Java project, right? So these are the three major steps involved in Selenium Java setup. From here, we can start learning some programming basics first. See here, interacting with the browser, opening a browser, deleting cookies, maximizing the browser window, performing different operations on the browser window, web application, all Selenium will do. But Selenium is not a programming language. We don't have a concept of variable, data type, conditional statement, looping statements, etc. For all these, you need to depend on a programming language, preferably Java. Other programming languages also it supports, preferably Java, right? Now, as you said, the first session, most of the people do not have the knowledge about Java programming. Let me repeat the question. How many of you do not know Java? Raise your hands. Do not know Java. Right. Hold. Online team, do raise your hand. How many of you do not know Java? Right. See, any training should be based on the audience. If all you know Java, the way I teach Selenium will be different. Straight away I start from Selenium. If all you know Java. As many of you said you do not have Java, first I have to start from the Java programming basics. Take the topic. Let us start learning some Java programming basics. Introduction to or Java basics. Java basics. Java essentials. Listen, my training strategy will follow some hybrid mechanism. Like, if I continuously next 20 days, if I teach you Java, every day there will be a question running in your mind. Why I am learning this programming? Because I am a tester, I joined testing course. Where this programming or Java will be helpful in Selenium automation test cases. So to avoid such kind of confusions, my training strategy will be like this. First, I teach you some Java basics, minimal Java programming concept required to start. Then I teach you some Selenium basics. Based on the Java or Selenium, what we have learned together, we start developing some automation scripts. Then the next level of training, maybe after 20 sessions, I'll take you to the next level, advanced Selenium training, where object-oriented programming in Java, then how to interact with the Excel files, how to interact with the TXT file. Then we start developing TestNG, Apache Py, Cucumber. Then we start implementing automation frameworks. Understand the point? Next 25 days, if I continuously teach Java to you, every day there will be a question running in your mind, where we use this in Selenium. So I teach you some Java basics first, then some Selenium basics. Together we start developing some automation test cases. In the advanced, before I enter into the next level of Selenium, advanced Selenium, how to develop automation frameworks like real time. In real time, how test cases are created in the project, Selenium test cases. TestNG framework, data-driven framework, hybrid framework, Cucumber framework. So that time I introduce you object-oriented programming principles. Then we start implementing, we start learning TestNG, Apache Py, Cucumber. Then we start implementing automation frameworks. Automation, how in real-time automation test cases will be created, the same way we develop. Hope in the previous first session I have executed some test cases, which are ready-madely already available, which are made in the other batches. The same way we have to develop automation script. In real time, mostly we maintain our test case and test data in Excel. In Excel file, I decide what are the test case I want to run. My script should execute it. Look at this one. Just 2 days back, in one of the batch, this hybrid framework was implemented. In an Excel file, we maintain all the test cases. Check admin login, check employee registration, check user registration, check employee login, check login with invalid inputs. You tell me, what is the automation testing definition? Any online team member? What is the definition of automation testing? Don't refer that
Doing the
bookish
testing by using
definition.
tools.
Generally,
Doing the testing by using tools.
listen. As a tester, if I am working on a support project or maintenance project or agile model project, what is the repetitively carried out work by the tester in a QA project? What is your repetitively carried?
Retesting and regression.
Retest.
Retesting and regression. Some noise coming mute. See, retesting, regression, testing concept, okay. What is the actual work you are going to do? Retesting, regression, testing, okay. Concept wise, okay. What is the actual work you are going to do when you received a modified build? There are some test cases belongs to some critical areas in my product, retesting areas and regression testing areas in my product. Let's say there are about 200 test cases in my project. In these 200 test cases, 100 test cases belongs to some retesting, regression testing areas in a project, important areas in my project. Whenever some updates are made, second version created, third version created, these 100 test cases I have to re-execute. All 100 test cases again I have to re-execute. In manual testing, we execute test cases manually. In manual testing, we follow the test procedure. We open the browser, we enter URL, we enter username, we enter password, we click login. Manually, we execute test cases. Finally, what is your job? Executing the test cases. Executing test cases. Test preparation only one-time effort. Until unless there is a change request, accordingly we have to add some more test cases. One time you made your test case ready for testing your product. Whenever a modified version given, same test cases we have to again execute. In manual testing, every time you execute manually, which demands lots of time and effort. We are working on a very big product. Hundreds of test cases are available. Some changes are made. Say 400 test cases I want to re-execute on every modified build. Takes lots of time. Next release will delay. So I need a mechanism, some mechanism to speed up my test execution process. Instead of I execute test cases manually, to speed up the test case execution job, we need a solution. The solution is automation scripts. Look at this one. For our sample training project RNHRM application, here I have 5 test cases documented. Check admin login with valid inputs, my first test case. Employee registration, user registration, employee login with invalid inputs. At first I decided in the given modified build, I want to test only admin login functionality with valid inputs. Corresponding test procedure available here. Test data also available here. It is almost looking like your manual test case document, right? Test case number, test case summary, step number, step description, input data, everything. Step results and test case result. I selected only one test case to run. Check admin login with valid inputs. In the Excel file I have selected. We have to learn developing these kind of programs down the line. First itself I am hinting you before I start technicals. If you are giving experience, this is expected. We'll see. Just I am running a program. Software company job is coding job. IT company is coding. Correct? Is it executed? I didn't verify it. It entered username password. Running it again. Only one test case are selected in the Excel sheet. Check admin login with valid input. It's running with valid inputs. Executed. One test case executed. Total number of test case executed. Only one. That one test case is passed. HTML report. It's actually HTML based report. Also, the same Excel sheet I am updating the results. First test case executed and passed. There are two steps belongs to test case 1. Enter valid username, enter valid password and click login. Executed using this input data and the result is pass. In manual testing, we execute test cases manually. Here, we made some Selenium program to run our test cases. Now, this time, all the colors and all, everything, the code is updating. I want to execute two test cases. Check admin login with valid inputs. Also check login with invalid inputs. Only 2 out of 5. I close the Excel file. Same program I am running. I am not modifying anything in the code level. Only in the Excel sheet I am deciding what are the retesting test cases, regression testing test cases I want to execute again. Your Selenium should execute all selected test cases. First test case executed, second test case, valid username, wrong password, wrong username, correct password, wrong username, wrong password, done. Speedily running or not? Totally 2 test cases are executed. After execution, it will update the results. Test case 1 executed, pass. Test case 5 also executed. Check login with invalid inputs, pass. Enter valid username, last one. First one is enter valid username, valid password. Last one is enter valid username, invalid password and click login. I have prepared some sample data in the sheet, Excel sheet. Please observe, whatever the data available here, this is the data your program took and executed. And updating the results here, pass or fail. This time, I am selecting all test cases to run. All test cases I want to re-execute on the modified version. Assumption today I received the modified build. I want to perform 100% full regression. Full regression. All test cases I want to re-execute. If you want to change some data, you can change. Maybe it is second test case employee registration functionality. I'm giving some name. Your name. Sample data, employee registration. For the registered employee, admin able to create login account or not. This employee able to log in or not. All test cases here. I selected all test cases to run. Same program again I am running. Though there are 5 test cases, even 500 test cases, just I click run button, you go home. Your presence also not required. Selenium take care of executing all 500 test cases in half an hour, 1 hour. Show you the output. These are executed pass, these are executed fail. It created an employee. It is creating login account for the registered employee Satya. See, whatever the data I put in Excel sheet, it is accessing, executing the test cases. Now last one, employee able to log in or not. Satya able to log in or not. Yes, it is employee module. admin login, employee registration, user login, last check login with invalid input. There are 3 different combinations of invalid inputs. Actually, my code is scanning all the options to decide whether it is employee module or not. Yes. Now, valid username, wrong password, wrong username, correct password, wrong username, wrong password, done. All test cases are executed. It will update the results here. All test cases are passed in a modified build, that is the assumption here. Next time you want to test with some other data, you can just change the data in the Excel sheet. In manual testing, we execute the test cases. We execute the test steps manually, correct? What is automation testing? Is of I execute test cases every time manually on modified build. Finally, using Selenium Java, we are building some program to execute my test cases automatically. That is true automation. Our work is executing test cases in the modified version. Instead of we execute test cases manually in every modified version, we made Selenium scripts to run our test cases automatically. These are actual automation testing definition. Theoretically, whatever it may be, these are work actually we automate. Test case execution job we have to automate by building some Selenium scripts. Got it? Online team understood what I said here?
Yes, sir.
If you
Yes, sir.
want to develop this kind of script, these programs are made by one of the 530 batch student only.
Sir, I have a
For the
question.
access to the student, I'll make them to build the programs. I give you the concept. At the same time, you need to even practice it. If you want to develop this kind of case, listen. Variables, Boolean. This is Java data type. String, Java data type. Integer, TS count. How many test cases are available in the Excel sheet? Java data type. If condition, Java condition statement. Switch case, Java condition statement. Somewhere there may be while loop, for loop also. So here, altogether Java features, Selenium features. Also in this program, actually, I use another API called Apache POI and TestNG. Using all Java APIs together, we can build automation test cases as we require. Okay? If you want to develop the automation scripts in this way, we need to learn properly programming concepts first. Without knowing coding knowledge, we cannot build this kind of programs. The end objective, by the end of the training, you should be able to independently develop automation test cases like this. That is the end objective of this training. Okay? Right. Yes, somebody posting a question, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I have a question. When the automation will start, and for let's take an example, when we are going to test any project, at that time we are testing each and every functionality. Likewise, automation tester will write code for every test cases, or they will write a code for only regression or retesting test cases.
Based on your point.
Right. Let me explain here.
Based on explaining your
You understand the question? Question is very valid question. Question is very, very valid question. Did you understand the question? No? When the automation testing start? That is the first question. When the automation testing start? Will it start from the very beginning or at the middle? That is his first question. Listen, until unless your project becomes stable, supposing I prepare some automation script, developing automation script needs a lot of time and effort. Developing automation programs for one project will require a lot of time and effort. First of all, my project is not stable. Very first version, not yet accepted by your client, by the market. What is the meaning in writing automation program for testing it? Generally, any project initially starts with only manual testing. When the project becomes stable, yes, customer accepted our product, market accepted our product. From here, we add some more features. Next versions will be created. Hereafter, we go for automation. That is your management plan. Right from the day one, Mostly we don't go for automation. But in one another scenario, agile model project scenario, every week, every 10 days, some updates are happening. Better we can plan automation testing from the day one also. We have two choices here. Mostly, once your product becomes stable, first build, second build, third build, fourth build, manually tested. Yes, my product is stable now. Customers are buying our product. Client accepted our product. So down the line, we add some more features. Next version will be created. Every new version need to be again tested. Keeping this future testing requirement in mind, keeping this retesting, regression testing, we do in future in mind, your management plan to go for automation. So hereafter, we go for automation because our product is success. People are buying our product. We add some more features. Next versions will be created. Testing every new version manually becomes lots of time and effort. So we go for automation. One decision. Similarly, agile model project. Maybe every week, every 10 days, there will be a build. From the day one also, you can go for automation. The second question answer. Do we need to automate everything in the project? No. Many times I told you. Wherever there is a chance to automate, supposing there is a CAPTCHA in my system. IRCTC login, some login section, there will be CAPTCHAs, right? No software can read the CAPTCHA value. That scenario cannot be automated. Similarly, when you are trying to make some online payment, there is a OTP request. That scenario cannot be automated. Where there is a chance to automate, we automate. When no chance to automate, we have to do manually. Some scenarios cannot be programmable. We have to do it manually. One more thing. In my application, there is one feature. In every modified build, we test it because very important feature to the business. In every modified version, we test that particular functionality. We go for automation. Another functionality in my project, only one time you test, rarely you test, not such a critical area. Here I feel writing a program is waste of time for testing that functionality. Rarely we test it manually. So everything cannot be automated. Okay? Right. Now let us start learning from your question answer. Understood what I said?
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Right. So now, as you said, we don't have much Java programming. First of all, much or zero? Zero? Okay. All purely from non-programming background?
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam?
Yes, sir.
Sir, we are also from
Computer
IT background.
First 3 chapters only studied, remaining multiple choice. Right. Anyhow, let us start from very beginning. We'll start from variables concept. What is a variable? See, any computer programming language you are learning, either C or C++ or Python or Java or PHP, the first concept we have to learn how to make use of the computer memory. Because when you are running a program, data will be saved in the memory of the program. From memory only this program will access the data. Your program will store the data somewhere, access the data from somewhere. Mostly your computer program will save the data in the memory, access the data from the temporary memory during runtime. Hope when you are buying a computer, you ask about that 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, right? Random access memory. That is the memory of the computer. When any program is running, temporarily the data will be saved on the RAM, access from the RAM. If you have more RAM, you see more performance. First, we'll talk about a concept of variables. Note on this. Java variables. One moment. Let me give one small statement about what is the Java first of all. Java is a most popular, note down this statement. Java is a most popular object-oriented programming language. Later we'll see what is object-oriented. object-oriented programming language. It's a paid version or free version? Free version. Java belongs to which company? That you no need to note down. Just take one small sentence.
Oracle.
Java belongs to which company?
Sun Microsystem.
Earlier Sun Microsystem. Now Oracle company buying one by one all open source companies. They bought
Okay,
even Sun Microsystems. Now Java belongs to
Oracle.
Oracle. Even earlier MySQL. Recently Oracle company bought even MySQL company also. They are buying familiar open source companies one by one. Anyhow, now Java belongs to Oracle. Sun Microsystem is the old story. Like Satyam now, Tech Mahindra. Okay, that is old story. Sun Microsystem. Now Java belongs to Oracle. Okay. Java variables. Java variables. A variable is a computer memory address location. A variable is a computer memory address location. A variable is a computer memory address location where we store some data, and from where we access the data. Where we store some data and from where we access the data. A computer memory address location used to store the data and to access the data. Listen, this is some Java program. Every program will have the memory section, memory area. Let's assume this entire area is the memory location. Now, what is this variable concept? Like a refrigerator at your home. What is a refrigerator? It's a container, right? You are storing different types of goods, integers, doubles, booleans, strings. Are you storing these into refrigerator? Vegetables one data type, like string, correct? Ice creams one data type, water bottles one data type in refrigerator terminology. Correct? Finally, it is a container like a memory. Finally, refrigerator is a container like a memory. You can store different types of items in a refrigerator, correct? Integers, booleans, strings like vegetables, ice creams, bottles, groceries. These are the different types of items. Like a refrigerator, a computer will have a memory container where you store some items, some data. From there you access the data. I reserve some space in the computer memory, like a refrigerator. A small cabinet available in a refrigerator, right? To store some ice cubes or chocolate, something. This kind of memory area can be called as a variable. A computer memory address location where we store some data. In a refrigerator also you'll see many cabinets, right? There will be a title on the cabinet: vegetables, ice creams, bottles, groceries. The titles are nothing but variable names. Container name is nothing but a variable. While declaring a variable, supposing my variable name is some x. This variable name is some x. What kind of goods you are going to store into this container? Vegetables, groceries to be mentioned. They are nothing but data types in programming language. I want to store integer type of goods into this variable. I want to store string type of data into this location. I want to store the Boolean type of material into this location. They are nothing but data types. You're following what I'm saying? A variable is a computer memory address location which is used to store the data and also to access the data like a container in a refrigerator. Okay? Continuation. While declaring a variable, while declaring a variable, we have to specify, while declaring a variable, we have to specify what kind of data we are going to keep in that variable. What kind of data we are going to keep in that variable. What kind of data we are going to store in that variable. Keep or store, whatever it may be. What kind of data we are going to store in that variable. They are called data types. They are called data types. While declaring a variable, we have to specify what kind of data we are going to store in that variable. They are called data types. Listen. The syntax of declaring a variable will be like this. First, you have to mention what kind of data we are going to store into that variable. That is called data type. Integer, Boolean, double, string, something like this. And you have to give a meaningful name for the variable name. Like generally in a file system, cabinet, office files, personal documents, something like this. We have to give a meaningful name. That is called the variable name. Data type and variable name. Note on the syntax. Syntax. Data type, variable name. Say for example here, we learn the data type, string, employee name, int, salary. Note on this example. See, Java needs a line terminator. What is a line terminator in Java? Semicolon. Every line to be separated with semicolon. Say for example, let's say I prepared some statements like this, 3 lines of code. Every line needs a line terminator. So that Java understand this is one command, it will compile and execute. This is the second command separately compiled and executed. Third command separately compiled and executed. Supposing if I put like this, Java understand the first 2 lines of command, 2 lines of code together a single command. Got it? Java is a compiler. These high-level English language commands are converted to machine understandable language and execute. For the compilation, you have to mention the line terminator because you know in one program you are going to write so many lines of code. This is command 1, this is command 2, this is command 3 to be separated using a line terminator called semicolon. And do remember, Java is case sensitive. In Java library, something is already available. In the same case, you have to represent, otherwise it will say, I do not know what it is. Java is case sensitive. Say for example, let's say this is your Java library. This is my programming area. This is a memory location. There are many ready-made programs available in Java, Java runtime environment. This is my programming area where user will write the code here. In this programming area, I use a string like this, all in lowercase, string. But actually here, there is a string in uppercase, yes in uppercase. Java cannot understand what is this word because there is no matching function available inside the Java throw error unrecognizable command, unrecognized command. So Java is case sensitive. The same case we have to follow, otherwise the code will not run through exception. Okay. You have taken this string emp name, int, salary. Here, this is data type. Oh. String is a data type, int is a data type, emp name, salary are the variables. Okay, first we have to learn what are the various data types available in Java. Before I proceed with this, how to store the data into variable. Take it. Storing data into variables. Storing data into variable. How to store the data into variables. Variable name equal to value. A variable name equal to value. A variable name equal to value. Or while declaring the variable itself, you can assign the value. Data type, variable name equal to value. Note on this. Data type, variable name equal to value. Say for example, I'm declaring a variable of data type string, employee name. In the next line, variable name, what is the variable name here? Employee name equal to some value, say Richards. Note on this example. First you declare the variable, then you can assign the value into the variable. See, alternatively what you can do, while declaring a variable itself, you can assign the value. Also like this. Data type string, the name of the variable, employee name, equal to the value. Like this also you can store the data. Data type, variable name equal to value. Okay? See here, I want to declare two variables of same data type. Two variables of same data type, int A, int B, A equal to 10, B equal to 20. Alternatively, what I can do, I'm declaring two variables of same data type, int A comma B. Multiple variables separated with a comma of same type. Then remaining A equal to some value and B equal to some value. You can also use like this. Note on this one also. Declaring multiple variables of same data type. Declaring multiple variables of same data type. Declaring multiple variables of same data type. Okay?
Sir, if we assign int a comma b equal to 10 comma 20, it will take, sir.
No.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Now, let me explain various data types available in Java programming. Only to explain the syntax, I use some data types here. We should know what are the various data types available in Java programming. In Java, majorly there are two types of, two categories of data types. Primitive data types, reference data types. Primitive meaning, non-primitive meaning, other than the primitive, generally called reference data types. Java provided two categories of data types, primitive data type and reference data type. People also call it as non-primitive data type. Actually, we have to call it as reference type. What do you mean by reference type? Java provided many predefined classes like string, object, array list. Any predefined class of Java can be used as a reference type. We'll talk about that. Note on this. Java provided two categories of data types. Two categories of data types. Two categories of data types. Primitive data types and reference data types. Reference data types, people also call non-primitive. Reference data types. Primitive data types, reference data types. Right. First, we'll talk about what are the primitive data types. Listen, Java provided 8 data types belongs to primitive data types category. There are 8 data types available. These 8 belongs to primitive category, not non-primitive category. There are 8 primitive data types available. This 8 belongs to generally 4 categories. Integers. Integers meaning no decimal values, whole numbers. Real numbers. Character. And Boolean. Sir, integers, it's not a category, data type name. I explained only the category name. Totally, there are 8 primitive data types available in Java programming. Let me list all these 8. These 8 belongs to these 4 subcategories. There are 4 data types belongs to integers available in Java. Byte, all in lowercase. All these 8 primitive data types in completely lowercase. Short, int, long. There are 2 data types belongs to real numbers category here. Float and double. There's only one data type belongs to this category here. The data type name itself, char, not character, just char. There's one data type belongs to this category called Boolean is a data type name. These are the 8 primitive data types available in Java programming. In this 8, 4 belongs to integers category. Integers meaning no point decimal values. Byte. First of all, you have a question. Why 4 types are given under one category? Why not only one is suffice? Say for example, I want to store the name of or age of a person, age of a person in terms of years. What is the maximum value we can store? Age of a person. I want to declare a variable to store the age of a person. What is the maximum we can store?
100.
90, 100, 60, 70, correct? Will you store 200, 500, 1000 like this? No, right? Maximum can be 100 also not possible, right? Anyhow, maximum say 100. Why to allocate this much amount of space in the memory? We are going to store a small amount of value, say 100. Generally in the refrigerator also, the entire space availability will be properly utilized, correct? In the bottom, there will be give a bigger space to store the vegetables because we keep more vegetables. For keeping ice creams, there will be a very small space given, correct? We don't store more. Like, properly we have to utilize the container space. To make use of the memory properly, effectively, these many data types are given. I want to store the age of a person, maximum 100. Why to allocate more space? Let us reserve less space. I go for byte. Little more space I wanted. I want to store the marks of a student out of 1000. Out of 1000, how many are scored? 700, 800, 600. Little bigger space I wanted. Byte is not enough. Little more space I wanted. I go for short. I want to store the salary of a person, 40,000, 80,000. I need little more space. I go for in. I want to store the turnover of the company, 10 CR, 20 CR, 200 CR. I can go for long. So in order to make use of the memory effectively, save the memory, make use of the memory properly, these many data types are given. In this, most used one is int. Because nowadays memories we have in GBs, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB. In the beginning days, memories are in MBs. But nowadays, this will not much differentiate. Mostly programmers will use INT. For storing 10 also they are going to use, they are using mostly INT only. But actually, as per the coding standard, if I are storing a value below 256, go for byte. We don't much consider. Got it? Can I store small value in integer? Small value in integer can I store or not?
Yes.
We can. But unnecessary space will be reserved, not utilized. Hence, mostly people are going for INT integer. In these two, mostly used one is double. It allows the fraction. Supposing I declared a variable of type integer, no value is stored, default value would be 0. I declared a variable of type double, no value is assigned, default value will be 0.0. Character, only single character. I want to store the gender of a person, M for male, F for female. I want to store the course of the person, S for Selenium, Q for QTP, L for loader, only one character, single character. The character value must be enclosed in the single quotes. If I declare a variable of type char, no data is stored, default value will be a single white space. Boolean, to store either true or false. Here only one available Boolean that we have to use. If nothing is stored, default value will be false. These are the 8 primitive data types available in Java programming. Now I want to store the name of a person, employee name Richard. Which data type I have to use here?
Char.
Char will allow only a single character. I can store only R, not many characters. Char will allow only a single character. This is what I said. I want to store the gender of a person, M for male, F for female, only one character. Character is allowed. You cannot store 2 characters in this, 2 or more characters in this. Only it allows single character. You cannot store the name of a person here.
String.
String. Where is string here? In this 8, where is string?
Non-primitive data type.
Primitive data type. String is a class in Java reference data type. String is a reference data type. I said there are other categories, right? We discussed only primitive data type. There is one more category, that is reference type. String belongs to reference data type. After the conclusion of this, we'll go with the string. Okay? First note on this. I'll explain how to define, how to use it in coding. Then we'll go for reference. Taken? In a program, let me demonstrate how to make use of all this stuff. I'm selecting our workspace here. This is our working folder. This is the project I created earlier. SRC, meant for user-defined program. Java predefined programs are available inside here. The Selenium predefined programs are available inside the Selenium. The user-created programs should be saved inside this SRC folder. Here I right-click. A new package I am creating. What is a package? For a simple understanding, I am using a word folder, a subfolder inside your project. A subfolder inside your project. Like in our system, you want to save your photos, you create one folder, my photos, my videos, my documents, my resumes. Same way it is. One project you are segregating into multiple folders. Just I am creating a package with the name called demos. You see here, I go to our project workspace. I created Selenium underscore 788 AM, right? Inside of my project, inside the SRC, this is the folder just now I have created. Whatever the programs you save here inside the demos, actually here we have a logical representation. These are physical location. Inside the demo there is nothing now, correct? Whatever the programs you create inside this package will save inside that folder, demos folder. Here I am creating a Java class. I am creating a Java class. A class used in Java to write and run Java programs. I'm giving a name, for example, variables underscore demo something. Here, while creating a class, a Java class, I'm inserting a main method, main. I'll tell you what is this main. This is a class body. This is a class name actually. And this is called class body. One class can have multiple functions. Just let me increase the font size. Visible now little. This is the class I have created. This entire area can be called as class body, body of the class. While creating a class, you observed I inserted one main method, main function. What is this? One Java class can have multiple methods. Supposing, don't worry about what I am doing. Here also we can write some code. When I run a program, your code execution starts from the main. I will say main is the starting point from where the code execution should start. One program can have multiple units. From where you want to start from the main. So here every Java class must contain a main method. What you want to do, you have to write here. Actually in Java, if you want to comment a line, we have to use double forward slashes, 2 forward slashes. This code will not run. If you want to comment a multiple line, forward slash star followed by a forward slash. The code in between will not run. Okay. It's a comment section, I removed it. Here in the main section, you have to write the code, and so that whenever I run, the main section code will run, main method code will run. Now, in Java, there is a class in Java called system. Listen, this Eclipse follows an IntelliSense mechanism. What is that? Like Google keywords. If you type just 2-3 characters and press Control and Space bar together, it will show you the suggestions. Simply I can choose what I want. You no need to type complete command also. System dot. I want to print something in the output window. Out dot print. I want to print some string. Say welcome to Java. Whatever the string you are printing, I want to print, it will print it in the output window. After executing any Java program, Java output window called generally console will be visible. Welcome to Java. On the right side, you have a computer icon here. That's nothing but the console. Here it is, console. If not able to see this, in Eclipse, go to Window, Show View, and here we have an option called Console. The output window will be visible. If you want to print something in the output window, system dot out dot either print or print in the new line. I just copied and pasted. Welcome to Selenium I am giving. Print the out text in the same line. Welcome to Java, welcome Selenium. If you have an option print in the new line, ln, print in the new line, next line. Welcome to Java, welcome to Selenium. Okay. See here, whatever the primitive 8 data types I have demonstrated, let me write the code for that. First, we'll start from the integers. What is 2 forward slashes? Commenting a line, that code will not be executed. What are the various integers data types available in Java? Integers related data types available in Java? Byte. I'm declaring a variable, say for example, age. Age equal to some data I'm storing, 25. You can also directly store here. In the next line also you can store. Next one, sort. The name of the variable, say for example, marks equal to 900. Directly also you can store the data. Here, first I declare the variable. In the next line I store the data. Later you can store the data. While declaration itself I am storing the data. Int, for example, salary equal to 40,000. Another variable, long, for example, turnover of the company. Bigger values. I'm storing something like this. Byte, short, int, long, these are the integers category data types available in Java. System.out.println. Shortly, if you type SISO, press Ctrl space bar, you get the suggestion here. Print something in the standard output window console. Now I want to print the value of the age. Age. When I run this code, what happened? Tell me.
Age will display 25.
Age will be displayed, not 25. AGE will be displayed. Because I put the value inside the double quotes, meaning it is a text, not the container name. I mean, in the memory concept, here, this container name we have to use. In the programming, whenever I use a container name, variable name, it will go there and pick up the value, whatever available, and access the value. Got it? The variable name you have to use. If I put anything inside the double quote, inside the single quote, it will be considered as a text, not as a container name, variable name. When I run this, age is not a variable now. It is AGE text. The text will be printed. Now this is the container name, correct? This is a memory variable name. Variable names or any expression should not be enclosed in the codes. The value available in this location. What is the value available in this location? 25 is printed. Similarly, I want to access the data available in the other variable marks. Marks. I'm printing a string here. Salary. Okay. Now tell me what actually it is. This one. Is it a container name?
No. Text name.
Is it a variable name? No, it is a string. String it is. Salary of the employee. It's a string. When I run this code, age value printed 25, marks value printed 900, string printed, salary of the employee printed. Plus is a concatenation operator. If you want to attach, concatenate two expressions, we can use plus symbol. Here I am attaching the salary value. Your code will refer the location salary. Whatever the value available in the location salary, 40,000 will be attached to the string salary of the employee. When I run this code, this is the output. Salary of the employee, value present in the location salary, 40,000. Similarly, I am printing the turnover. I am not giving any title. The first program I have demonstrated here, how to make use of the integers category primitive data types. Byte, short, int and long. And listen, as Java is case sensitive, keenly check out here. Age. I am using uppercase A here. You please observe line number 18, it is showing an error. It's showing an error. Why? Here A given in lowercase. Here A I am using in uppercase. This Java not understanding what is this AGA, because in the memory, there is a variable name with the age. There is a variable with the name age. In this entire memory location, there is no container with the name this age, correct? As Java is case sensitive, it's not recognizing this. Hence, you please observe at line number 18, it is showing error here. Java is case sensitive, we have to represent in the same format, AGA age. Understood? Better you note on the first program. See, small program, basic programs I am asking you to note down. Anyhow, every program from today, I'll upload in our LMS. In our learning management system, below the video section, I'll create a section, Java programs and Selenium programs. Each program I am going to upload. Small basic programs you can take, lengthy programs definitely I am going to upload into. For every concept, one sample you can note down. Remaining all programs I am going to upload into LMS. There are 4 data types, primitive data types available in Java belongs to integers category, byte, short, int and long. Byte, short, int and long.
Sir, can you please tell when to use the integers, byte, short, integer, and int and long?
The variable name itself clearly I have given. I explained and already I have given. To store the very small amount of values, like age, we go for byte. Little bigger value, age I said, above 100 we don't store. Better to go for byte, small value. Little bigger value, like how many marks a student is scored out of 1000. I can go for short. little more value, like salary of a person, in turnover of the company, bigger value, long. In the variable names itself, it's very clear. To store very small amount of values, we go for byte. Little bigger value, we go for short, like marks. Salary of a person, medium size of value, we go for in. Very big value, like turnover of the company. Right. See, from today, let me show you this. The day-to-day scripts I'll upload like this. The first small one of few programs I'll ask you to take in the notes, the very basic concept. All programs I'm going to upload in our LMS. We cannot spend our time in taking the lengthy programs in the notebook. Got it? Here. So this is our regular class meeting link available here. Our support link for doubts. Separate Zoom ID for the doubts clarification. So I said from morning 9:30 till evening 7:30, people will be available to support you on via Zoom. While practicing, if you have any question, you can connect to this support ID, they will support you. And here, the classes will be uploaded here. I am creating another section. The day-to-day programs I'll upload in this section. You can access this code. In fact, you can download this code. Date-wise I will give. Because, no, not concept name-wise, because one day we'll explain, we learn multiple concepts also. And you have access to this code, you can also download this code. I'll make it downloadable. Done. It will appear to you like this when you log in. You have the support links and all. And here you have the code. From here you cannot run. You can access this code, you can download this code. Okay? If you want to run the code, definitely you have to run in the Eclipse environment only. Right. For today I stop here, and tomorrow I'll introduce you the remaining primitive data types, and also we'll go with the string class in detail tomorrow. Okay? Thank you. I stop here today. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.